Welcome, I'm Stephanie, a somatic therapy coach, and today let's talk about the basic exercise. So if you experience neck, shoulder, back pain, headaches, migraines, digestive issues, skin issues, PMS, arthritis, anxiety, poor concentration and no focus, difficulty sleeping, fatigue, depression, oh my gosh, then you've got some nervous system dysregulation. But to be honest, who doesn't? We all have some level of dysregulation. So you must watch this video and try out this somatic practice that'll take you just 2 minutes of your day as part of your overall nervous system and stress healing. So be sure to subscribe to my channel and turn on the bell icon for notifications for healing stress in the nervous system. The basic exercise was developed by Stanley Rosenberg that he shares in his book, Accessing the Healing Power of the Vagus Nerve, which I highly recommend you pick up a copy and read if you haven't already. The basic exercise is so helpful at healing stress because it realigns the cervical 1 and the cervical 2 vertebra, which supports a healthy flow of blood between the body and the brainstem, which is so critical for nervous system health, especially for the function of the ventral vagal branch of the vagus nerve. In this video, I'll guide you through the basic exercise, including a test before and after, so that you can see in real time how your spinal alignment changes. Then I'll share some props to explore, and then lastly recommend how you can work with this practice on implementing it in your life. So let's take a step back. What's somatic therapy? So soma means body. So somatic therapy is body-based methods of healing stress in the nervous system and how that stress manifests physically, mentally, and emotionally. So let's begin with a test before the basic exercise. You can sit cross-legged on the floor just like I am now, recommending to sit on a pillow just as I am. Or you can sit in a chair or a sofa with your feet flat on the floor. Hands resting into the lap, sitting up tall, shoulders relaxed down, and slowly rotating the head to the right as far as it goes comfortably, stopping at the first moment of resistance in the body, and then noticing where you feel that resistance, how it feels, and notice the degree rotation of the neck. Then coming back through to center, switch sides towards the left. Again, as far as you comfortably go, stopping at the first moment of resistance, noticing where you feel that resistance in the body, how it feels. And notice the degree rotation of the head. Great, come back to center. And that's the test. Let's get into the basic exercise. So come to the ground, supine, interlacing the hands and bringing the hands behind the head, but you can do that once you get to the ground. So on the ground, knees can be bent or legs can be extended, up to you. Hands interlace behind the head and just feel the weight of the head into the bones of the hand. And if this feels uncomfortable in the shoulders, then I'll give you some options in the next section with props. So keeping the head straight, we're just moving the eyes and gazing towards the right, as far as it feels comfortable. Gazing towards the right elbow, and just noticing what sensations you feel in the eyes, the face, the body. And we're here for about 30 seconds, and we're looking for one of 3 things. Looking for a swallow, a yawn, or a sigh, which is a double inhale followed by an exhale. And once you've done one of those 3 things, coming back through to center, and then the other side. Again, keeping the head straight, just the eyes go left, gazing beyond the left elbow, as far as feels comfortable. No need to strain or force, just gazing beyond the left elbow. And again, looking for a sigh, a yawn, or a swallow. And if you don't do one of those for the first time or 2 that you're in the exercise, no problem, just keep at it. Once you've done one of those 3 things, coming back through to center, and then coming back up That is the basic exercise. Now we will do the test. Let's retest after we've done the basic exercise. So coming back into the same seat as before, either cross-legged or on your chair. Sit up tall, shoulders relaxed down, hands resting into the lap. Turning the head to the right as far as feels comfortable until that moment of resistance, and notice where you feel that resistance. Maybe it feels different, it's in a new place. And then notice the degree rotation of the head towards the right. Likely you're experiencing more. Come back through to center, and then switching sides, moving to the left this time. Notice where you feel that first moment of resistance, where you feel this in your body, how it feels. Likely it's changed. And notice the degree rotation of the head towards the left. Back to center, and that's it. So now that we've done the basic exercise with the test before and after, let's get into some props that you can work with. This is especially great if you have limited shoulder mobility and you can't place your hands behind your head, or if it just feels really painful. You might explore a soft yoga block, placing it under the head on the lowest height. Not the medium, not the tall, on the lowest height. And place this corner along the suboccipital ridge. If you don't have a soft block, no worries. Grab a book and then place a towel or a blanket on top of it for that little bit of cushioning. I recommend watching this video 2, 3, maybe 4 times over the next couple of days, all the way through, including the test before and after. And then you should be good to do it on your own. Remember, when you're doing it on your own, you don't have to do the test before and after. You can just get right onto the ground and do the actual exercise. Rewiring the nervous system requires consistency. I did this exercise, and I recommend to my students to do this exercise at least twice a day, but 3 is even better to start with. So I did this the first thing in the morning, last thing at night, and then one more time during the day when it's light outside. So decide if you're going to do it 2 or 3 times per day, and do this for a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks to begin. So decide right now how many times per day and how many weeks you're going to work with this, because clarity will help you stay consistent. Once you decide, then put a plan in place to remind you, because starting a new habit can be really hard. So support yourself by putting a reminder, an alarm in your phone or on your calendar. Put a Post-it note by your bed to remind you first thing in the morning and last thing at night. And if you use a tally app or a habit tracker, add it there. Figure out a system that works to remind you. And in all honesty, you're gonna forget and you're gonna skip a practice, and that's okay. Forgetting and resisting is actually part of this process. So just notice when you've missed a practice and try not to skip 2 practices or 2 days in a row. And I highly recommend starting a journal to reflect on your symptoms as you progress through. After a couple of weeks, check back in with your symptoms and notice what changes occur. Likely the symptoms won't have disappeared entirely, but that's okay, because any improvement is welcome, right? Balance or harmony isn't static, it's dynamic, and life is gonna hand you some pretty intense stressors, so use this practice to support you in coming back into alignment. And don't forget to share this video with a friend, help each other stay accountable, and working towards a common goal of nervous system health and harmony. Infinite gratitude for practicing with me today. Now take 2 minutes to put a plan in place, start your journal, and share this with a friend.